Welcome to Restless by Design. I'm Ellen Archer, your guide to a more neuro-brilliant life in recovery. For years, I thought I had a overly sensitive nervous system. Maybe you've thought that too, or been told that. Maybe you've described yourself as sensitive, anxious, easily overwhelmed, or hypervigilant. I certainly have. And it felt true. Intense sensations in my body grabbed my attention. Difficult conversations would replay for days. A stressful event would seem to echo through my system long after it was over. So naturally, I assumed the problem was sensitivity itself. I wanted to become less sensitive. I wanted my nervous system to calm down. I wanted to stop noticing so much. But something interesting happened as I learned more about the true purpose of ADHD, long-term recovery, and the nervous system. The more I understood them, the less I wanted to get rid of my sensitivity, because sensitivity wasn't the problem. In fact, sensitivity had given me some of the best things in my life. It helped me notice patterns, connect deeply with people, helped me maintain my creativity. It helped me help others. The more I looked, the more I realized I didn't actually want less perception. I wanted less worry. Those are very different things. I think many of us confuse high perception with hypervigilance. Hypervigilance says, everything I notice might be dangerous. High perception says, I notice a lot. One is worry, one is information. One narrows the world, the other expands it. What helps is choosing which bits of information actually need me. I know that sounds kind of funny, but a lot of people are exploiting our negativity bias these days. Learning to choose what truly benefits from my attention is helping my brain replace some of the worry loops with possibility loops. Okay, not entirely, but there are some possibility loops getting in there between the worry loops, and those changes are rippling out. As you know, the nervous system is constantly monitoring. It's checking thousands of things every day. Changes in the environment, balance, temperature, hormones, sound, facial expressions, microfacial expressions. That's its job. The problem isn't that the nervous system is checking. The problem is when my conscious mind gets recruited into every check. Imagine airport security scanning bags. That's normal. Now imagine airport security running into the terminal every 30 seconds shouting updates. We found a shoelace. We found another shoelace. We found a water bottle. That's what anxiety can feel like. The scanning isn't the problem. The reporting is. Lately, I've been thinking about it this way. My nervous system can monitor whatever it wants. It's going to do it anyway, but I don't have to attend every meeting or read every report. I don't have to open every email from the operations center of my nervous system. Strange sensation doesn't automatically require a full investigation. A worrying thought doesn't automatically require more worrying. A nervous system notification doesn't automatically become my next project. Recovery has taught me the goal isn't becoming less sensitive. The goal is knowing that not every alarm needs me. There are many alarms I can turn off because they're already part of what I'm addressing. The same thing happened when I learned about ADHD. I didn't force myself to accept it. Acceptance happened naturally as my understanding grew. The old story stopped making sense. The new story explained things better and gave me more options. Maybe that's true for the nervous system too. Maybe we don't need to fight it or fix it all the time. Maybe we need to understand it better. Maybe the goal isn't to stop noticing. It's to notice the danger and problems and symptoms, but also how good a stretch can feel. How people are showing up for each other, friends who stick with you through thick and thin, people who help you see the good news and the bad news, people who question the old, well-worn myths and discover new ways of thinking that change how you talk to yourself. Again, not less perception, just more complete perception. Noticing the symptoms in the stretch, noticing the problem in the support, noticing the loss in the people who stayed. Because a worrying thought doesn't automatically require more worrying. And maybe this whole episode is really about discernment. The nervous system notices that's its job. The mind learns through experience what deserves attention, and for most of my life, that choice was automatic. If something worried me, it got my attention. If something felt uncertain, attention. That was the default, but now I'm learning to add a layer of choice. What actually needs my attention? What's already being addressed? What's simply a notification rather than an emergency? What possibilities deserve my attention too? What helps, again, is choosing which bits of information actually need me, need my input, need my action. Maybe that's what healing is, not forcing acceptance or fighting ourselves or becoming less sensitive, but understanding ourselves well enough that a kinder story becomes available. Because what if the issue isn't that you're too sensitive? What if you're simply a high perceiver who has spent years being told that perception is a problem? That's a very different story and a much kinder one that is healing for mind, body, and soul. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep trusting your mind body intuition.